For the Investing News Network, I'm Brian McGovern, here today at the Lift Expo show in Toronto with Jeannette VanderMarel, the co-CEO of 48North. Jeannette, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you so much for having me here.
Why don't we start with the outdoor growing license that the company recently acquired? Can you talk about some of the benefits that this license will provide the company?
Absolutely. We're thrilled to have the license. We believe it's disruptive and game-changing in the industry to grow cannabis outdoors. It's ecologically friendly, sustainable agriculture, as well as we can grow at a much lower cost compared to our competitors or even our own two indoor licensed facilities.
When you're talking with investors about this new license and sort of seeing when they ask you questions about what is the real benefit for you guys or what are some of the things that will actually make this worthwhile, what are you saying to them or how are you breaking this down?
It's really interesting because as we see in other jurisdictions like Colorado or California, there's been downward price pressuring on cannabis and cannabis products. For us to be able to grow a low-cost organic product will ensure that at least for this year, we can be one of the lowest cost producers and really help us to compete with the black market, gray market, as well as have a much higher profit margin compared to many other producers. We also know that organic products do tend to sell for a larger value, so we're really excited to have an organic farm.
And when it comes to the projections, can you offer a quick breakdown of exactly how much you're expecting and what are you planning to do with all these new products?
Absolutely. So we're anticipating at least 40,000 kilograms yield from our farm. We think it's a conservative estimate. We hope to get more, but I'd much rather under-promise and over-deliver. In that product, where roughly 80% will be used for extraction and processing for next generation of value-added products like vape pens, topicals, sublinguals, all those great value-added products that we'll be able to sell later on this year or early next year. 20% will be dried flower that we'll be selling to provincial distributors for organic dried flower.
And when it comes to the cannabis investment market right now, this year has offered enough volatility still. How do you navigate this space that has caused so many pitfalls around? And when you're talking with investors, what are the things that they're asking you about the company?
You know, I think that we're fortunate, one of the few that are EBITDA positive, and we have in the last couple of quarters, which does set us apart. We're well capitalized. We have a lot of money in the bank, so we're well funded for everything we do. We don't need to go back to the market right now, but also our revenues are coming up month over month. We're just starting to ship our products to 2 provinces this month. Gives us some more retail presence. Previously, we've been selling wholesale to other LPs. We wanted to ensure we had our best quality product before we put our name and our brand on it. So we're excited about that. Our accessories are also selling in 2 provinces now. But really, the thrust is for the products that we'll be producing later on this year. So it's exciting. We're doing pre-rolls and dried cannabis right now, but obviously vape pens, sublinguals, all those other products we're excited about.
Obviously, Canada is eagerly awaiting the entry of the edibles products. Do you have an expectation of when these products will start selling? And also, how important is this the opening of this market really for you?
I think it's really exciting. And there is a challenge right now with the shortage of legal cannabis in Canada. And as we are all diverting product for product development for these, it's going to cause that shortage to be even more impactful over the short term. We're pleased to have the outdoor capacity that will help us address some of that. But really, these products are going to be a game changer. As more people adopt cannabis into a health and wellness lifestyle, we think there'll be a lot more consumers using it for those things. We're certainly not trying to appeal to the younger market where our targets are older women, older people. But I think it's going to be really a game changer. And long term, I think we're still in the first inning. I think in 5 years, we're going to see cannabinoids, maybe not THC, but other cannabinoids in a lot of our health and wellness and natural health products.
When it comes to some of these higher end products that you mentioned, a lot of companies have announced interest in targeting these markets. When it comes to these luxury brands, some of these more refined products in terms of the devices or some of the product itself, the dried flower, what's the approach there for 48 North and how do you get to these consumers how do you get them to say, hey, I'm going to spend a little bit more for these products?
Absolutely. One of the things we've done we think is smart is we partner with several U.S. companies. We searched the U.S. for the best brands we could find. Mother and Clone is an example. It's a fast-acting sublingual all-natural spray out of Colorado. So they will be manufacturing their products here in Canada for distribution throughout Canada. Another one is Avitas vape pens. They're the fastest-selling all-natural full-plant extract vape pen in California and the Pacific Northwest. So I think it's really important that some consumers already know those brands and like those brands. With our limits on marketing and branding here in Canada, I think it's important for us to partner with those companies that have best-in-class technology and skills so we can hit the runway right off the mark rather than doing that learning curve of trial and error. We know we'll have great products out in the market right away.
Okay. Jeannette, thank you so much for your time again.
Thank you again. Have a great day. I appreciate it.
For the Investing News Network from the Lift Expo show, I'm Brian McGovern. See you next time.